Making a game takes a lot of time, but the day just have 24 hours. So, how to fix this problem? This 24 hours are not a lot of time when you have a full-time job, a family, hobbies, maybe something like a social life, and so on, you know? So there's a lot of stuff going on in the life of a human. So, 24 hours are like, gone, next, 24 hours fly away. Next. So this is how fast time is running when you use your time wrong. But it is totally possible to make a game with a full-time job and a family and so on, even if you don't have more time than anybody else. So I want to show you 3 simple steps, ways, however, how to have more time. So it's not really more time, of course. I mean, you have 24 hours. That will not change after this video. But I was able to make a game with a full-time job and so on in 4 months and release it and so on. So everything, and still have time for my family and so on. So I think that's pretty good. The 3 steps, I think, help me a lot to make it possible to make the game in time. Of course, it depends on the project you have. I mean, maybe you're not making a game, but something else that takes like a year. The project will not be faster, but you could put more time in the project. So the project will not be smaller. So you will need to use some time for your project. Maybe you need more time, maybe you need less time. It depends on the size of your project. Oh, and this video is sponsored by my first game, my first released game, Meatlust. You can grab it on itch.io for a discount now. It is around $3 and before it was $6, so you can save $3, so 50%. So I think that's a good deal. $3 are not a lot of money, I guess, and I think that's pretty fair. And that would help me and the channel a lot. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and maybe a comment what you want to see next. Maybe you want to see how to plan a game. You know, I released a game, so I maybe can show you here and there some tricks. And if you want to see them, just tell me in the comments. Done? Thanks. But time is rare, so let's get started. 1909 games. Let's make games. Oh, by the way, in the background you will see a time-lapse of me making a little environment for a 2D game I'm thinking of doing after my next game, so it will take some time, but to make a concept and so on, it is pretty nice. It is just for fun, you know? It's just a quick concept, it's nothing special, but I think at the end it turned out pretty good, and maybe you can write me in the comments if you like it or not, if you want to have a game about it or not, we will see. But now let's start with the first point, waking up early. That sounds not good, right? But after 1 or 2 weeks, you will get used to waking up more early than now. So at least it took me 2 weeks or 1 week that I don't want to, you know, just turn around in 5 more minutes, please. And that's a mistake. Don't do this 5 more minute stuff. That's not good, because this 5 more minutes will be 1 hour more. And I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. And that's pretty early, I guess, so 4:30, and that from Monday to Sunday. So every day, without any, you know, no pause, just making Monday to Sunday for 4 months, 4:30. Now I have some time off and I'm not waking up at 4:30, but for this 4 months, it was really every day. And that's important, consistency. If you wake up sometimes 4:30, sometimes 9 a.m., you know, you will not make progress that much. So set a time, maybe it's 4 a.m., maybe it's 5 a.m., maybe it's 6 a.m., maybe you start working later than me. This is not a fixed time that is perfect for everybody. But for me, 4:30 was good, because on normal days, I start working at 7:30 a.m. And the thing is that I start driving to work at 7 a.m. because I always drive the bike to the work, and that is about 30 minutes. So it's 8 kilometers or something like that. And so I need that time, and I need 15 minutes to change dresses and so on. So I can work from 5 a.m. to 6:45 roundabout. Sometimes a little bit more because breakfast takes longer than a half an hour. Sometimes I wake up earlier. Sometimes I wake up at 4:15 or something like that without alarm. Just because my body is like, okay, go to work. And then I start working a little bit more early. So, but at all, it's around 4:30. But at all, it is around 5 a.m. where I start really to work, where I have turned on the PC and so on. So then I start working. Plus around 8 hours on the other days. I work when I, you know, don't have to go to work. I work here and wake up at 4:30, and I think it's around 8 hours. I don't, you know, count every minute because it's like I get done what I get done. but at least 8 hours I want to make. Sometimes it's way more, sometimes I don't have the time because I need to repair stuff on the house. I don't know. So sometimes it is not possible, but most of the times I was working 7 days a week. And like this, I have around 23 hours working on my project and the YouTube videos per week. And that is, I think, pretty good. And that would not be possible without waking up so early. Of course, then I would work more in the evenings, but I'm way more productive in the morning because nobody is distracting me from work. Nobody's calling me or nobody's writing a message because at 4:30 they are like, you know what? Why are you awake? Are you crazy? So I heard that a lot of times and I'm like, yeah, but I can work without any distraction. So that's a good thing to do. Oh, and maybe you will need some coffee. I mean like 2 to 3 liters per day. Okay, now the second point. Save money wherever you can. If you spend less money and if you need less money, then you don't have this pressure on you to work that much. Maybe you can work like 30 instead of 40 hours on your normal job. That would be 10 hours more you can spend on your project. And that's amazing. And that sounds like, how should I just spend less? I'm just spending what I need. And I guess that's not true. And that's not true for me. And that's not true for the most of the people. But how to spend less money? Buy less stuff. That's pretty easy. Don't buy a new car. Maybe your car is okay. You don't need clothes that is like $50 for a t-shirt. Buy a t-shirt for $10. If you want to have something like fair trade, it will be more expensive. And as often as I can, I'm trying to get something fair trade or second hand. And second hand is even better because I got a pullover for €5. That's around, I think, $7 or something like that. And that's awesome. It's a Jack Wolfskin pullover and it's just good, you know? Oh, and don't have a big flat or a big house because you don't just spend more on rent or the buying price. You will spend more on heating the whole thing, you know? And that's a lot of money. We have a house because we have a kid and we are having a second kid soon. So we need some room, but we want to get a smaller house in the future when we buy a house or we rent this house. And if we want to buy a house, we want to get really, really small to not have that much of cost and work with it. A bigger house, you can save so much money with it, but also so much time because cleaning does not take that much time. Oh, and if you have big rooms, you need to fill this room because otherwise it would look empty and that's not a thing you want. You want the rooms to look good. So you fill the room with stuff and you need to buy the stuff and you need to maybe repair the stuff and take care of the stuff. That takes time. Nobody needs a big apartment or a big house when you can have a small house or buy less stuff and so on. So save money wherever you can and you will have more time for your project. And why do we think we need so much stuff? Because of everybody's telling you need this. When we told that we want a smaller house and so on, everybody was like, oh, I couldn't do that. I need this because I have so much stuff. You will need that. You will not be happy with less space. But I'm pretty sure that this is not true. We are thinking about this for years now and we are so comfortable with this space right here, but we have a lot of empty space. So we don't need it. We don't have a lot of stuff. So buy less stuff and buy a smaller house. And the third thing is to disconnect from social media when you are working. I guess all of us know that, me included. Just one more video or just one more picture on Instagram or whatever. It will take more than one picture. It will be like 1 hour or 2 hours more. You know, everybody knows that. You get lost in this social media space that steals you so much time. And social media will not give you any value. You just will feel bad because you see all these great artists or game devs or just people in general that have so much better lives than you. At least it looks like this on the pictures, you know, and that will steal you time. It is not healthy. There's no point to have too much time in social media. Just take like half an hour a day where you say, okay, now I can just go on social media and do whatever I want. If you are searching for a tutorial on YouTube, that's a whole different thing. But be aware because then you will, you know, fall into this pit and you will say, oh, this video, oh, maybe I will need that. Just watch what you really need. I just can say social media is a time killer. And just imagine you spend 1 hour less on social media every day. I guess you can handle that. If you really want it, then you can spend 1 hour less. That is 365 hours a year. That is more than 15 days full time that you rather can spend on your project. And if you count like 8-hour working days, this is more than 45 more working days a year just because spending 1 hour less on your social media. That sounds amazing to me because time is really rare. year, and 45 more days a year is a lot, and I hope it sounds good for you too. That are the 3 reasons why I was able to make Meatlust, the game I have on itch.io right now, and you can check the link in the description, in less than 4 months, or exactly 4 months? Pretty much 4 months. And my next game will take a little bit longer because I want to make a bigger game, not because I will make more time on social media or I will buy more stuff or I will wake up later. No, just because the game will be bigger. But I'm okay with spending a little bit more time on this game because I like the idea and I like the concept of it, and it is not the concept you have seen right now. Now I want to make a 3D platformer, but if you want to know more about it, just subscribe to the channel and leave a like, because I will make a devlog, of course, when I start really on this project. It is just a concept right now, and I will make the planning phase before and plan the whole game better than last time, and when I have something to show, I will start doing a devlog. And if you want to know anything about, making a game or something, just write in the comments and I will see, if I make a video about it. Because I think now I have some experience. I have 3 games released, 1 commercial thing, but 3 releases. And I can tell a little bit about how I've done that. If you write in the comments what exactly you want to see, maybe I will do it. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I hope I see you next time. Bye.